So there's many studies that have been done on the planet around, is it cheaper to get a new customer or to retain an existing customer? And all the research and literature that I've ever read on it says that it is way, way cheaper to keep an existing customer than it is to get a new one. And I've heard different percentages, anything from 5 to 20 times more expensive to go and find a customer than it is to keep the existing one. So one of the really important questions to be able to answer if you're in a repeatable style business is this question here: why do customers leave? Now I'm going to do a summary here of the main reasons that people stop trading with businesses. All right, so 1% of people stop buying from the business because they die. That's the reality. They're no longer in existence. 3% is from people that actually go and move. So geographically they shift. They're now no longer in the buying radius of the business and they go and move. So we do lose some people every year because of this, right? 5% because they go and buy from a friend, an acquaintance, somebody else that they now know for whatever product or service we're talking about. They go and purchase from them. 9% of people get sold by another competitor, right? So somebody else, one of our competition, does a better job than us to actually get their business, to go and attract their business. The same way that you're out there marketing to go and grab market share, one of the competitors do a better job on that than they do, right? Than we do. That's 9%. Here's your next. Then we're getting into the bigger ones here now. 14% of people is because of price or product, i.e. the way that we deliver the product, the quality of the product, our service, the price that we're charging, any of that type of stuff that's all bundled in there. It's only 14% of the time, right? So that's an interesting one that often when I first read this and do the studies, is my illusion was that this was going to be a heck of a lot higher. Now, the interesting part is there's one left, right? And it's a biggie. And it is in fact 68% of the time the number one reason why people stop trading with a business, stop buying for an existing business. I hope you're guessing what it is, but this is it. It is a thing called perceived indifference, right? Perceived indifference. Now, if you go, what the heck is that? What it is the customers perceive that we are indifferent about having them as a customer. In other words, they think that we just don't care anymore, right? Now, the reality is that is most likely very, very far from the truth in most of the examples, yet that we just don't demonstrate and show them that we actually do know them and love them, right? I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship with somebody before. By the way, that's what happens with your customers and clients. You're in a relationship with them, right? I know I've been in with my amazing wife, Christy, that there's times where, she's kind of come to me and gone, it might have been Valentine's Day and I didn't buy any flowers. And she's like, what the heck? Don't you love me anymore? And I'm like, what are you talking about? 100%, I've never been more in love. And it's like, but she's gone and perceived that I'm indifferent about the relationship because I haven't shown it, right? I haven't demonstrated it. And this is what happens with people, right? So my question to you is this on it. That's a whopping number. So the question is, as a business, what do you do to prevent perceived indifference creeping in with your database? There's a little saying that says, if you're not contacting your database every 90 days, somebody else is. And in actual fact, that's way too long in these days. It's probably more like 30 days. In some businesses, it'll be 5 days or even less, right? But big picture, how do you basically go and show your customers, your people, that you love them? What are some of the strategies you can go and do? They don't have to be monetary too, by the way. It could be literally a phone call, like put people on a rotation. Get your top, how the 80-20 rule, that this exists so often in so many ways that 20% of the customer base produce 80% of the revenue, that type of thing. It could be that you just put that 20% on some type of regular contact plan to be able to go and ring them and say, hey, I appreciate you. How's it all going? What can I do for you? But whatever that looks like, really, really sad way to lose a customer via perceived indifference, especially if it's not true and you do love them, you just haven't done a good enough job to show it. All right, hugely important flip chart as it relates to retention. So how do you go and remove perceived indifference in the business? Keep it front of mind, big one. All right, have fun. Cheers, see ya.